should work like this. This is why people use Twitch, because going live on YouTube is like a task and a half with this freaking nonsense, and I have to keep this browser up to even do. Alright, can I see it on my phone now? Of course not. Why would I be able to? Let's restart the app. Let's try again. There we go. Alright, will YouTube Studio show it? Of course not. Because the YouTube developers just get dumber and dumber and dumber. They never actually make anything useful. Of course it's not showing my stream on the YouTube Studio app. What is even the point of this app? Alright, let me see how the audio sounds. They never actually make anything useful. Of course it's not showing my stream. Okay, audio sounds good enough, I guess. Alright, I got chat up on my phone in not very intuitive way, but whatever. Back to the game, finally. Alright, I think we're good to go. Nice. Let's check in with the Hollow House first. Do I have anything growing? I don't think so, right? Yeah, nothing. Or nothing here either, right? How much money do I have? Oh, you say hello. I spent a bunch last time, didn't I? Cool. Did you catch anything? No? Guess I'll just fish for a bit. She didn't catch anything. Oh. I feel like I'm hearing gunshots outside. Could be fireworks too. Some sort of explosion going on. It sounds like gunshots, kinda. A little worried. Ooh, she caught something. Very nice. Ooh, 3 lobster again, very nice. I don't think I'm getting anything there. Thank you. Oh, I want to say thank you. There we go. Well, no, I just want to say hello. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, who does that? I don't remember who I played as last time I streamed this. Let me see, shoot out. Ike? I don't know what that is. I don't think I played as her before. I don't think I tried. Let's go with Choco. I did not know I had outfits. Interesting. I guess we're still on stage then. Oh yeah, I definitely been playing as her before. I don't remember that. Jeez. Thank you. That's pretty big though. Thank you. There it is. It's gonna be very handy later on. Oh boy. Not the most accurate attack there is. Oh. Charm? What does that mean? Oh, I see. Did I get one there? Oh no, that's a special going off. I forgot last time I played this I didn't have a controller with rumble, so I forgot what all this stuff feels like. I forgot what the special button was too. There we go. Miasma. I think I will. That's pretty cool. Depending on how long they last, I would say that's like almost OP. Oh, they don't last that long. Yeah, you know all the attacks, because this, as big as it is, it's not very accurate, precise. Oh, not the boss man. think I will. Attacks are kind of weak, I must say, compared to everyone else by this point. I've been doing much better. Yo, what's good?
I coming through, or let's see. With some video. Should be coming through.
Yeah, I have it pulled up on my phone, so it looks like it's going alright.
Oh, wow, we got the, okay. It's a little laggy, I noticed.
Oh, like stuttering, or?
Wait, say again?
Is it like stuttering, or just...
Well, no, I had, like, the stream volume, and I also didn't have, like, my mic plugged in,
okay.
so I had to, like, plug something else in briefly,
yeah.
I think. So...
So yeah, how's the rescue project going?
It's fine. It's I'm just I just got basically the screws in the right place. There's like two Genesis Model 2 actually has two like trying to do two things at once, trying to eat and do this.
Yeah.
It has two like those like metal things that are like supposed to prevent like interference with like radios or airplanes or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Just gotta screw in the top one of that and then screw the top back on and then hook it back up, I guess.
Yeah.
My brother might be calling me, and that's something I should actually mention. My brother said he'll be calling me. He's like just in the middle of like
Oh, okay.
taking care of things on his end. I don't want to. Since we're live, I don't want to cross into TMI territory.
Yeah. So he's done like a lot of soldering before, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, he did that to fix up like some Neo Geo boards.
Okay.
Arcade boards, to be precise.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the term is like MVS. That's what they call the arcade board.
Yeah.
AES is a console.
So he has like an actual cabinet.
Yeah. He actually had it in the room that I've sent you pictures on Discord. Like this used to be like his room.
Oh, okay.
I used to have a room on like a different room in the house basically, and it was not as big as definitely not as big or spacious as what I got here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would like have the arcade machine like on one side. The first one he technically has two arcade boards. I think one is 4-slot and one is 2-slot. And the one that we used the most was the one that he fixed the sound on.
Yeah.
Like literally, he desoldered the Yamaha chip that the Neo Geo uses.
Yeah.
And put a socket in there because unfortunately, it seems like the sound chip is usually like a common something that breaks a lot on those old arcade boards.
Yeah.
And he put a socket in there so that way if he ever has to replace it, he doesn't ever have to go through the process of like desoldering everything all over again. And
I really should like teach myself how to solder one of these days because I think the controller, like where the controller ports are on the Dreamcast on mine, they're kind of not too far away from being busted. Because
I know what you're talking about. Like there's like one like capacitor or something that like ruins it or something like that, right?
Yeah, and like they say, like a temporary fix is like twisting it around, which I've done. I've had to do it like twice. I twisted it around and I like untwisted it, and that like because whenever the controller comes out while it's on, like it's not like capable of like being hot swapped or whatever. So that like, kind of like fries it.
Sounds like the M. Night Shyamalan method.
Yeah.
I have to turn this thing all the way up just to hear you. I wonder if it's like on my end with the volume mixer.
Oh, I'm using like an actual headset this time,
Oh, okay.
not the phone, but this is usually louder, I think.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's what I kind of realized when I was doing the I sent you some of the footage for Xenogears and Tobal 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to like play around with the volume mixer. I was like, okay, this actually sounds like, if you had to like make a video and balance things out, it would actually like kind of work that way.
Yeah.
Because when I shared a few of the Mortal Kombat videos, I was like thinking, man, this is awfully quiet, but I guess we're gonna be mostly talking over this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like if you're editing after the fact, I guess it doesn't matter too much how loud the game itself is.
Well, yeah. But at the same time, I do want people to like, if we were to, if and when we do like Xenogears,
Yeah.
like, I would want people to be able to hear the sounds, because the sound design in that game is really rad.
Yeah.
Like just to save like when you go to save or load, it's like I'm like thinking that's an awesome sound. I think it's like a combination of sounds.
Yeah.
Just because like that's how they like program things on the PS1 back in the day.
Yeah. About how long is that game? Like hours?
I mean, it would be a post thing.
Yeah.
That's how I'd rather do it, just because.
Yeah, but like how long? Well, all right. Well, how long do you think that will be, like the series?
I mean, if I'm playing it probably like safely and like I'm making myself overpowered,
Yeah.
it could be like 50. It's somewhere in the range of like 50 to like 80 hours or something.
Okay.
This would actually be. I mean, the thing is, to be the first time of me actually like playing it like legit, not like
Yeah.
using Game Shark codes or something.
Yeah.
But the game's really not that hard. I know. I was listening to like I think I named after before, Resonant Arc, where like one guy without basically there's the final boss. There's like a kind of a neat gimmick with the final boss, where depending on how you want to approach it, you'll basically the way he did it like the hard way, and it only took like 3 or 4 like turns to take
Yeah.
the final boss down. And I mean like the final boss that's like a challenge, and not like the fight afterwards, which is like
Yeah.
just kind of there for the symbolism.
Yeah. I was just asking because I wonder if maybe as just a way to get your feet wet with it, if you wanted to do like a shorter game first.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, that's kind of what I want to do first, like
Yeah.
do something I'm familiar with, like a Symphony of the Night or a Metroid or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Just so that way you can like, especially with editing, you could kind of work out the kinks with that first.
yeah, and it'd be easier to like comment over something that I'm more familiar with, and it's also like easier.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, my idea was like I wanted to use the actual CRT,
Yeah.
and get like the all the colors and everything.
Yeah.
But the DVD player I have, well, the DVD player / recorder I have,
Yeah.
well, technically it's my father's, but it's not. It just has like outs. I think it like the only inputs it has
Yeah.
are like composite or something like that, and it's like I have
Oh,
like
okay.
all these other options. It's like, I mean, I guess I could probably go on like Facebook Marketplace and try to hunt for something, but
So it doesn't actually record, or it doesn't work with.
Oh, it records. It just does
Yeah.
the inputs are not. There's no like component input or anything.
Oh,
So I couldn't
okay.
like hook up my switchers to it.
Yeah.
And turn my The thing I'll tell you about my mess about the retro setup
Yeah.
is it's it's business in front, party in the back. Because I do not have like organized. I mean, I have like one thing I ordered from Amazon, like a cable hider sort of thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just only using like the one unit, but that doesn't cover everything. And I would not want to move that thing all the way back just to set that back up. I mean, because it's probably not going to be like my permanent setup anyways, especially if and when my parents move out or I move out.
Yeah. But so you would be okay with like recording like SNES or Genesis, since you just have those on composite, right?
Wait, say again?
With the DVD recorder, that would be fine to record like SNES or Genesis, since those are just composite.
I mean, you could record the other systems
Yeah.
with component actually,
Yeah.
and put it in like composite mode. Like I know at least with the PS3, just because thankfully the PS3 has like all these options. You can turn on and off. You can even with like component, you can put it in like composite mode, and it'll. I just don't know if like wiring it up, it'll come out that way.
Yeah. But I mean, like if you were recording like Super Nintendo, it should look fine on the DVD recorder.
Yeah. Like systems I could record, like as far as composite goes, I think the only two that I have that actually do composite. I mean, I could also set it up for the Super Nintendo because I think I do have a composite like Nintendo video cable laying around somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, were you not? Did you not have it on composite?
No, I have an S-Video one.
Oh. Okay.
I have that for both the SNES and N64.
Okay.
These obviously component.
Yeah. Did you ever get any DVDs to like test out the recording quality on it?
Oh, like the recording quality?
Yeah.
I have not, because I was just kind of like, I'll just do it on an emulator and just be done with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm even like I think I remember like Red Cow Arcade. They're talking about like Bimmy and his setup with the slops and everything, and they just like go and get all this like recording footage, and they just use like an emulator.
Yeah.
And they're kind of being like, okay, if you're just gonna mod it with like HDMI or use a Mister, just like could it do like HDMI? Why not just record on an emulator?
Yeah.
Which
is
kind
one
of
those things where like a lot of the like retro YouTubers have this like weird purism about it.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I can hear you better now.
Okay.
Because I was playing with like the user volume settings.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I put it at like 127. I did not know it went. It was one of those volume sliders.
Yeah, the Discord one I think goes pretty high.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's something I noticed. I'm like thinking, that does sound ideal. Like if you have like plenty of time and money, or
Yeah.
like the connections to like, you get it for free as long as you do a review of it, and it also has to probably be a positive review.
Yeah. The only like time I would, I guess, subject myself to that, like if I really had to, is I guess because I think if like you're streaming in an official capacity, like the VTubers do, with like whenever they play Nintendo games, I guess they're not allowed to use emulation because they always use like original hardware, and you could tell like they're just recording off like a composite thing because the screen always looks really fuzzy.
What they have to like go and be like, yeah, I totally paid like paid whatever Super Metroid, like what $300 for Super Metroid or whatever it goes for on eBay, or $2,000 for Earthbound CIB.
think they really do, because sometimes, like, I've seen streams where some of them are talking like, I want Earthbound. I don't know, should I buy it, you guys? Like,
And they can't use like a SNES Classic or anything, or
I assume that would be okay. I guess.
I mean, at that point, you could just be like, "Oh yeah, I totally have it,"
Yeah, but then you're just limited to like the games on that.
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
guess
can't, you can't
could
do the
hack it,
hack
but
sheet.
then yeah, but then Nintendo would know, I guess. Like, hey, that wasn't on the SNES Classic.
That's why I never. That's why I'm like, I don't know about doing official, Or I just kind of do whatever,
Yeah. Especially at this point, might as well just do whatever works the best. You don't exactly have the whole Bimmy garage room set up. It's whole dedicated to everything.
I mean, I'm just like imagining like you have this garage and you just put all your systems in it. I guess it must be a nicer garage than like what we have, because like what we have is like there's no way you'd want to put like a setup like that in there, because there's like bugs and mice and are roaming about.
Yeah, my garage would just be way too hot for any of that.
In the winter, then comes winter. It's like hell's frozen over. Let me be right back and get some more pizza here.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm getting swarmed heavy. Oh, I got a lot of allies though. Oh god. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ugh.
Okay. Oh god. Oh god.
I know you almost got destroyed earlier.
Yeah, I just got like double swarmed there. What is this? Bomb stamp.
Sorry, I'm just my brother just sent me a message.
Oh, okay. Is he gonna call you now?
No, he probably just gonna rely on texting me.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, that was loud. That's that on my end.
Well, what was loud?
It was just like a notification for a program. On my end, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I haven't done is I haven't removed like the wires completely.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, before I do anything else, let me just, because that was kind of weird that all those like wires are like connected to like other pins.
Yeah.
So. Is I just put the all the stuff way down in the basement, because I know you mentioned something about wanting to get into soldering, and one thing I'll say right now is I think some of it depends on what kind of material you use, but
like
you really don't want to
the quality of the wire or whatever, the metal.
Well, no, this is just about just soldering in general. You don't want to have like you want to have safety glasses on, and you also want to have like some kind of a mask, because you don't want to be breathing this stuff in.
Yeah.
I don't even know if like lead-free solder is like completely safe.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that was something I'm a little worried about, and just anything that involves like super high temperatures in general always kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Well, this is more just, and you'd also want to have like plastic gloves on, just because you don't want to get the stuff on your hands.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to have access to some at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like some leftovers.
My dad said he was supposed to have like a soldering iron somewhere, but I haven't like found it anywhere. But I did like some months ago. I bought like this. I probably shouldn't even try using it, but I bought this like $2 cheapo, like I think it's like USB powered like soldering iron on AliExpress.
Oh, that sounds playing with fire there, buddy.
Yeah.
Fire and electricity.
Yeah, I have one of those like, speaking of AliExpress, I have one of those cheap USB recording sticks for S video, but you can't like monitor it out. Like you would have to watch it on OBS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And even then, like I tried it with something, and the picture quality was like kind of dark. Like it kind of darkened the image a little bit.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Seeing those guys at the shields kind of reminds me. There was a Reddit thread I saw on the Reddit thread, top post I saw like r/tires are the enemy,
Yeah.
and there was like this weird I guess it was like a police exercise, but like they had like these guys in riot shields showing up, and they were just throwing like tires at them.
That's an interesting exercise. I'm not sure whenever they're going to encounter that in real life.
Whenever.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. I'm distracted here.
Okay. I thought my headphone was like cutting out.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm using a wireless one, so I wasn't sure.
I get it, because yeah, sometimes with Windows wireless, especially Bluetooth stuff, like freaks out.
Yeah. This one has a dongle, but it's still every now and then it throws some curveballs my way. Oh god, get swarmed.
More.
Oh.
Okay. Hi.
Get back here.
I'm back, I think.
I am getting swarmed hardcore. Oh god.
Yeah, it sounds like the name of the game. Name of this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you're VTubers, basically a pop idol streamer.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with this game is like all these enemies are like are fans that were like possessed or something and like turned evil. So I'm not
Oh,
killing
okay.
them. I'm like purifying them. I'm saving them.
It kind of reminds me, I think, of well, I don't think they're like fans of you, but I've never played the game, but I've certainly heard about it because Akiba's strip
Yeah.
or
Oh yeah.
Akiba's trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something to do with like vampires or something.
Yeah. I
And like,
I think I have that one on PC, and then oh shit, I died. And then apparently there was like a prequel to that game, like that like didn't get localized over here, so they kind of like remastered it and put it out on Switch, and I have that one.
oh, okay. Oh
Yeah.
wow, 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 wow! Your health is going down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Bad ending.
game over, dead end.
Looks like I need to buy some upgrades.
That reminds me of. But yeah, I think yeah, there was like a second one. Is that like the prequel or something? Or
Yeah. Yeah, because it came out like I want to say like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I got
hmm.
like the special edition of it on Switch. I guess it didn't sell too well because I got it for like $20 or something from
Hmm.
Amazon.
I guess I'm just like because I have seen like Akiba's Trip 2.
Yeah.
That it was like for PS3 or something, and it
Yeah,
was like
I
only
think
in Japan.
yeah. Yeah, I think two of them came out on PS3 and PS4. I think both of them were on both consoles, and then it got a PC port, I think. And then
Hmm.
this one that came out on the Switch, it's like the prequel to that PS3 one.
Oh, okay. Or a second, I thought it was like Akiba's Trip 2 is the prequel to Akiba's Trip 1. I'm like, what in the world? I mean, I've heard of. I mean, I thought Street Fighter was kind of complicated.
Yeah, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I could have sworn there was like a... Oh, here we go. Stat upgrades.
Yeah, my brother was telling me that those like wires I kind of left dangling for it was like you don't want stuff like hanging out like that because it can like ground something and like
Oh,
you know and mess with and like things over or something.
yeah.
Which which checks out. Um, the main thing is like there is like the problem is that they put like a lot of solder on like one of the joints or
Yeah.
the that's what they call them, like solder joints.
Yeah.
And I think I got rid of a lot of it, but he said there's still like something left. I'm like Jesus. And I because the thing is like the solder pen I used.
Yeah.
There's like there's like there's like levels to like it's basically wired to this like control it's like control dock, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Where it has like a dial you can turn up. And I
Yeah.
had that thing up like all the way, and I was like thinking, okay. The thing is, like, you don't want to burn off too much. You also don't
Yeah.
want to burn things on the board itself. And my brother was like, "Yeah, you're kind of you're kind of burning things for too long." But then it's like, "Oh wait, you're not burning it enough." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I kind of wish he was more available and he could, actually be here and like watch over me and everything."
Yeah.
Because it's better because like when it's in person, they could. I mean, you can do kind of that stuff, I guess, through Zoom, I
Yeah.
guess. But it's like it's not the same as like being in the room and being like actually there.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like, I'm kind of nervous with like trying to do any soldering is I would want someone who like knows that stuff to like kind of look over me and make sure I'm not, completely making a mess and destroying something.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Especially if it's something like rare.
yeah. Didn't I know Lewis Rossman always says use like flux or something like that to like get rid of solder?
Yeah. So, um, yeah. So what you do is there's this thing you want to do with any solder pen, from what I understand.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter like how recently you like last used it. You have to do what's called tinning the pen, basically.
Okay.
What that basically means is there's like a whole bunch of like residue or like rust left over. What you do is, then what you do is you dip it in flux, and then and I think it's like I think everyone has their own setup. Like there's different like guides on YouTube. Like I know one was like from like a guy who used to do it for like the military all these years. And what did he do? Oh yeah, and then there's like another one where the guy had like he recommended having like a wet paper towel to like go and do stuff on, and some of them use like those metal Brillo pads, others just use like a sponge.
Yeah.
To like clean off the solder pen. But yeah, so tinning is where you basically what you do is you take like actual solder, like a roll of like solder wire, after dipping it in flux, and then you run it through that, and it like you basically clean off the tip of it is pretty much what it is, and it helps like with desoldering or soldering things, like for stuff to actually like stick to it or to melt something if you have to desolder.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff. So that's like the basics of it. It's actually kind of scary because it's like crazy how like much it like how it would, you're holding a wire and you're feeding it to the pen, and then like you're suddenly like really close to touching the pen. It's like you don't want to burn your fingers off.
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't like burn off, but you know. But yeah, I guess Model 2 Genesai, I guess.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I guess the power jack is like a common failure point. You know, because those are, you know, have, I think those actually have stereo sound. Like they have all the benefits of like a Model 1.
Yeah.
And a Model 3, but without like the problems of a Model 3, like, you know, you play Sonic CD or I don't know, Shining Force CD or the sequel to Eternal Champions.
Yeah.
And you're just playing it with like no music.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's a Model 2. Thankfully, I mean, I haven't used it in ages, but thankfully I never had any power jack issues. I did have issues with trying to keep the freaking AC adapter from falling out of the wall because it's...
Oh yeah, because it's you know, what did he say? What did AVGN say in that one video? It's like a monster begging for apocalypse or something like that.
That's one of those like, come on, Sega, what were they thinking?
Yeah. Hey, nowadays, you know, people have all these mods nowadays where they like get rid of the jack or the power brick, and you know it's more efficient and everything. But it's like the problem is either, you know, if they had those solutions back then, they didn't, you know, deploy them, you know, for any reason, because you know the problem with like, you know, part of the reason you have to desolder all this stuff is because they never intended for your average person to be able to repair it or anything.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take it to them and repair it.
Yeah, you're supposed to take it to them, but you know, they're not thinking, oh, they're probably not going to want to use this 10 years from now, so who cares?
Yeah,
they'll have parts anymore.
Yeah, they'll buy all of our Sonic collections, and you know and all of our other, you know, games that are from the Genesis that you can totally just emulate just fine. You know.
Yeah.
What, you want to play Decap Attack? That's too niche. That's not. People don't think of Sega for, you know. That's not a classic Genesis game, you know. Or Crusader of Senti, which is basically
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, like a Link to the Past clone, basically.
Yeah.
At least from what little I played of it, I didn't play much.
Yeah, it's always like, it's so frustrating. It's always like when they always cut support for their like repair services like exactly around the time you would need them, because like right when they stopped like taking PS3s in to repairs, like when my disk drive started messing up.
Well, you see that's how they get you. It's all about planned. They plan for that obsolescence, you know.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't mind if like a PS5 could play my PS3 discs, but I don't even have that option. I have to. They want you to do the freaking PS Now streaming crap.
Yeah, the one where you don't. I mean, it's not like the digital thing that they would probably have you download. Like if they did it like the way the Xbox, well, all the Xbox systems after the 360 do it.
Yeah.
It's not like you would really own it there, but at least
Yeah,
at least you can download it and have it on like your offline, like hard drive or something.
Yeah, that's still preferable to streaming. Like Jesus Christ, Sony.
Yeah. But apparently, that's too much. Even though you have RPCS3 over here being like, yeah, that's not too much.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, even like with Xbox, there are some games that, granted, they're kind of niche games, but there was this Buffy the Vampire Slayer game that they made on the Xbox. And it was made by like Killer Instinct. Well, some of the people who made Killer Instinct, Weapon Lord, like a lot of fighting game stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I think I was. Oh yeah, I remember. I remember watching this Killer Instinct documentary by Hold Back to Block.
Yeah.
And they actually interviewed like the guys who made Killer Instinct and or like the head of like Rare back in like the day, and like got stuff like Donkey Kong Country, like the ball rolling on like getting the SGI machines to make those games.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about like how they were trying to get like someone to make like a new Killer Instinct and everything. And like whenever it was funny, he like talked about like this Double Helix, like why are we going with them? It's like, and like one of the guys pitching it to him was like, okay, well, you know what, they've done some stuff, and and the thing is like a lot of their games like I don't think were like very good. Like I think they made some Green Lantern game around the time that I know about like the Ryan. I guess there's like a movie done by Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, the live action movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, from what I understand, it was actually supposed to be like based on like some Justice League movie that was like just about to be filmed. Like they actually had costumes and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Ready to go, and
and the Mad Max director was gonna do it, and
yeah, and they said and that's whenever they made like because they were gonna make a fighting game, and the Green Lantern game was pretty much composed of that. Was like composed off of like whatever they could salvage from that.
Oh, okay.
Project.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy like how you like that game is like like a lightning in the bottle twice sort of situation where like Killer Instinct 2013 because you had like fans like you had Maximilian making trailers for the game. You had like people who just like love the game, and like the one studio like goes out and basically gets bought out by Amazon, and then they bring in this other studio that basically continues to work, in spite of like they had like some communication with like Double Helix, but it's just crazy like they managed to pick up the torch, and then they kept it going until Microsoft pulled the plug on XBLA basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I have all these systems, and with like flashcards and like ODEs, like the thing people use emulators for mostly, like those things like pretty much serve the same function.
Yeah.
The only thing is it does require some setup and some investment, obviously, to go and get all those like set up and ready to go. But for the most part, like like for as much as like console modding is usually like associated with like, oh, you need to get a soldering iron and do this and this.
Yeah.
Installing an ODE for most systems other than like the PS1 is not that it's actually not that bad. Like it's very relatively plug and play.
Yeah, so for the Dreamcast, you basically just like screwing the thing in.
Yeah, it reminds me of a SATA port, like quite literally, like a large SATA port that you pull the GD ROM drive out and put the GDMU, or I mean, personally, I would rather use the mode, just because the GDMU, you have to put the folders in like a really weird like format.
Oh, okay.
Like it's supposed to be like, oh, I'll play Capcom vs SNK2, Project Justice, the JoJo game, all that in there, or you know, Sonic Adventure. You have to like put 00, 01, 02. Yeah. Like, you know, like this is like a cheat code or something.
Yeah. So the new one is like pretty drag and drop.
Yeah, the mode, like I have that in my Saturn, and you know, it's actually like pretty cool. It has like a bunch of ports. It has like one for like a hard drive and SD card, and you can switch between them in the menu.
Oh, okay.
Which is great because I actually reused like an old hard drive that would have become e-waste, and I put that in the it's like a 2.5-inch, you know, hard drive. Put that in there, and you know, gets to be reused. You know, they say that global warming, you know, the climate's changing because, you know, we're disposing of things, and it's like actually we're trying to be kind of weird how you end up being green that way. You know.
Yeah. Friggin' Apple is like, guys, we really care about the environment. By the way, you can't fix or upgrade your MacBook.
Yeah, you have to get like what is it? It's not a tri-wing screwdriver. It's something else.
Yeah, and even once you get into it, like everything on the new MacBooks, and I think even the desktops, is like soldered down. Like on the Apple Silicon processors, like the RAM is part of like the SoC basically. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you try to, even if you like, is it like if you solder a new one, I know it'll be like, sorry, you can't boot or something.
Yeah. Like even if you manage to like do it perfectly, it'd be like, sorry, this RAM isn't Apple approved, so get fucked.
Yeah. Certainly no ThinkPad.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Okay. Someone's really enjoying some food, I think. Mmm. What's up, St. John?
Oh, I didn't even see it.
That's what I was referencing. It's just like, Yeah.
Thought someone came and stole your pizza or something.
That would be my mom, and you know, if that happened, I would have like muted the mic.
Streaming, Mom. God.
Oh yeah, you saw the one clip. Yeah, I shared you the one clip of that one guy.
Yeah.
GB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like watching. I haven't seen the whole thing of that one. 2 hour.
Yeah, I watched like a few minutes from it. I'm gonna watch a little bit more of it later.
But yeah, I saw a little bit of it, and there's one video where I saw, and he literally. He reminds me of that one acquaintance I mentioned from high school way back, where this is like he has like a crazy, not like he doesn't have like a neck beard, but like he has like a beard that like makes him look homeless almost. I don't. That's the best way I could describe. You know, and it's like, you know. Anyways, he looks like in this one video that he did. Yeah, where I look at his face, I'm like thinking, man, he kind of reminds me of like my acquaintance. Like if they were to cast my acquaintance in something,
yeah.
And then something happened and they decided to recast him, but you know they got someone that looked close enough to him that you could kind of tell, you could kind of mistake them one for the other.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Judgment, the first Judgment when it came out on PS4
Yeah.
and everything. Like they had the one like celebrity actor.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing with Tanamura and Yakuza 4, where um, they casted the actor and then like he got caught. Except this time, I guess it was with actual. It was for real. Like the actor in Judgment was like selling off like cocaine or something.
Oh.
Like unlike because like the situation with the Tanamura actor was like it
was just
looked
like
it, but
something.
yeah, it looked like it, and it ended up like not being it. It was like something, it's like some candy or something.
Oh.
You know, I don't even remember what it was, um, but yeah, they like recast the guy, and if you look at the two of them, like, yeah, if you look at them carefully, you can tell the difference. But like if you look at the two of them, they do kind of look similar enough that you could like mistake them a little bit.
Wow.
But the voice is definitely different.
Yeah.
So what is it with like the hearts, the characters with the hearts? Are they like other players or?
No, these are just other, and all the other VTubers that I have unlocked.
Oh, okay.
Just show up in the world randomly. I don't know if like giving them the hearts does anything. I would like to think that it helps them, because they can go fish up stuff for you too. So I would like to think that this encourages them to go fish for me.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually know if that's true or not.
I have to look up some, well, whatever the game facts. I mean, I guess nowadays for stuff like that, you would have to look up on like the wiki or something, right?
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah,
like
probably
Minecraft,
is a whole
like
wiki for this.
Like Minecraft is like you have to look up a wiki for like figuring out all the things you can make.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I've never really cared to get into Minecraft, you know.
Yeah, I never really saw the appeal either, and also the first person stuff doesn't.
Well, yeah, you first person stuff you have a bit of a hard time with.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you see the trailer for the movie, the Minecraft movie?
I've seen screenshots of it. You know, I've seen some headlines about it, but it sounds like they picked a very interesting person to represent every Minecraft player in the world.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. Is my understanding.
Yeah. I like how Steve is just he's wearing a blue shirt. He's Steve.
Wait, is it like an actual actor or is it like the character model?
Yeah, they have Jack Black and he's just wearing like the light blue shirt that Steve wears.
Oh, okay.
And they do like a dramatic reveal in the trailer. He's like, "I'm Steve."
My name is
okay.
My name is Steve. Casually just does like the running on the wall that Dante does and Dante May Cry.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole, I mean, even just looking at the screenshots, you could probably tell it doesn't look that great. But
well, I mean, the thing about some games is like, what are you even supposed to do? Like yeah. What story is in like Minecraft? You know,
Did they even make that Tetris movie? I know that was like supposed to be a thing.
I think that was like not so much like a movie about like the gameplay. I think that was like supposed to be like a documentary about.
There is a documentary, or like.
Oh, okay.
Like one of those like dramatized versions. I forget what they call it. Biopics about the making of Tetris. Okay. But I also like years before that they announced like an actual Tetris movie, like about like, I don't know. I guess like the Tetronimals were gonna be like raining down from the sky or something.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe it was going to be about people building pallets at like Walmart or warehouse or something.
I mean, that would make as much sense.
Because I mean, that's actually I can say like whenever it comes to building pallets, like that's what they compare it to. Like, you know, think of it like 3D Tetris or something.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, depending on what if you're not transporting like a whole lot, it's like whatever, you know, you can do it whatever. But like whenever you have like a full pallet like just full of stuff. There's a particular way you want to build it. But depending on the context, like if like at Walmart, if you're in the back, like trying to build those pallets or carts, like and you don't do it like you're not good, like you don't really know like how to fit everything together. It's like good luck, you know, because you have to the line going. You have all this product coming down. You have to like move really fast. And you got to hope that the other teammates are pulling their weight. Otherwise, because it's an automated line, stuff gets to a certain point. It'll be like reject full,
Oh.
until you clear it out.
Yeah.
But if it's on like FreeM or FreeM and other jobs, probably shouldn't go dropping too much information. But like any warehouse job, you're just like picking orders. But the only thing you have to worry about is just building things fast enough and getting through like certain like stuff and the pick list to keep your numbers up, basically. Your productivity.
Yeah.
Because that'll be what that's how you survive at those jobs. Got like written up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like mention to people like I worked at a warehouse, and they'll be like, "Oh, so you leave me like Amazon?" I'm like, no. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing everyone assumes when they hear warehouse now, just because
Amazon's so ubiquitous,
Yeah. It's like, oh, you worked for Amazon? I'm so sorry.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know how bad it really is, because I mean, people say like stuff like about that with like a lot of jobs, like, oh man, they don't let me use the bathroom, or they don't do this and this, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I always felt like Walmart was like the lowest on the low, but there were times where they didn't mind me going to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm doing, what I'm doing in the context.
Yeah.
And I mean, it also depends on the manager, and sometimes I'm sure there's going to be some guys who are absolute like a-holes,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes I look at stuff on like Facebook, and I'm like, I wish I could figure out like I had a better chance of like reading between the lines better,
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard to make heads or tails of things.
Yeah. And then like especially with like stuff on Reddit, sometimes you have to wonder if like someone's just not like over dramatizing something because they had like a really bad day or
r/any work, am I right?
Yeah.
I just remember that one interview that one guy did with like Jesse Waters on Fox.
Yeah.
He just like absolutely humiliated him.
Yeah, you look like exactly what you thought those people would look like.
I mean, I wouldn't know myself, because I'm always thinking like moderators gotta be like people who are like, I guess my image of like a moderator, before seeing like I mean, I always knew about like the Discord moderator meme.
Yeah.
But my image of a moderator is like some like sysadmin who's like they're literally the webmaster, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like someone who helps like the web, does like stuff that's like adjacent to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the webmasters don't want to just run like I mean, I don't know what it takes to be like a webmaster of any site. Excuse me. But I figured they would be a little bit more like smarter, like legitimately intelligent, and not like have stuff like be like biased in the case of like certain forums, or have like all these weird like rules, or like, oh, we're gonna ban this, but we're also gonna do this and this, and it's like
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was like something back here.
Yeah, I've been here before, and this wasn't here. I don't know what's going on here. There wasn't anything back here before.
Going out of bounds.
Secrets.
And I don't know if you've ever played the Hot Shots golf games.
I think I played one of them on like PS4.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
The one I played the most was the second one, because PS1, that was what we had.
Yeah.
But if you go out of bounds, it'll be like, see ya. And whenever you're playing with like other people, you can like push the other people can push buttons on the face buttons and be like come on, hurry up, or that's good,
Yeah.
I just wish one was like the one guy from Caddyshack going like, well, we're waiting.
Yeah. Or
Which
like
is almost
like in Mario Party, how you could, if you like spam the triggers, you can make basically all like your character just like shout random things.
I have not played Mario Party. That's
okay.
that's one of those games we did not have growing up.
I don't know if it's in every single one, but I think it's Mario Party. In most of the Mario Parties, whenever you hit the triggers, like Luigi will say like Luigi time, or everyone will say their catchphrase or whatever. Mario will wah or whatever. So
I thought that was Waluigi.
I think they're both wah.
They do that because they wish they got more attention from Nintendo itself.
Yeah.
I think they're like Camelot or something is like who makes their games primarily, and then like when Nintendo got a hold of it, it was like just basically became like a bunch of mini games.
Yeah. Actually, like I think, could be wrong, but I think for like Wario Land 4, I think like part of the Metroid Fusion team made that.
Oh yeah, because the engine's based off of Wario Land 4.
Yeah.
Like if you actually I don't know if you ever saw that like beta that leaked out.
Yeah, I've seen the beta,
Fusion.
like the little test rooms they have in it with the
they have like the
blocks.
the Wario blocks. Yep.
Yeah. And that's still like one of my favorite platformers. Like I like all the Wario Land games, but Wario Land 4 to me is like leagues above like the rest.
Oh, okay.
And it's sad that like probably never gonna get another game like that. They made Wario Land Shake It for the Wii, but they like farmed that out to like another developer, and it was okay.
Oh, that's when Nintendo was like, "Hey, Bamco, Tecmo, can you make like a game for us?
Yeah.
Can you make like another Warriors game of like I don't know, Earthbound?
I don't know, like, this would be really stupid, and I don't know how it would even work, but I would love to see them make a Metroid Warriors game.
Well, they'd have to certainly tone the guns down. Or maybe it would be like Noel.
Or they just go like all in and make Samus's arm cannon like a widespread machine gun.
Well, I was thinking like Noel from like Blaze Blue, where she has the 2 revolvers, and obviously she has like zoning capabilities, but like she still like has like combos and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like Blaze Blue like was like so popular like a decade ago that it actually got like an official animated adaptation. Now it's like, who's Blaze Blue? I don't know her anymore.
Yeah, like even like casuals like at my college would go to the game room and play it. And now it's like no one knows what that is. It's like it's niche. It's like a niche nerdy thing again.
Well, I think it's because Guilty Gear came out and that was, 2.5D. I was like, whoa, now it's like in 3D, But
I mean, I see it as kind of a blessing because I wouldn't want Blaze Blue to get the Guilty Gear treatment in terms of like how that fan base is now.
I mean, the thing is, though, is that obviously one protagonist got a lot better treatment than the other.
Yeah.
And I'm sure one of Guilty Gear, it's all being like alter ego of Daisuke, has a lot to do with it. Yeah. But I was gonna say like Blaze Blue was actually just like a thing because what happened was Sega, whenever they like closed things down from the Dreamcast, and I guess even with the infusion of cash that they got when the holding company president died, I guess they still needed some more money, so I guess they decided to merge with Sammy, which is like a pachinko. I don't know if you already know about this.
Yeah, I know about Sammy.
Yeah, they're well, like they merged with them, and then that's why because they're a pachinko machine company, they don't have the best reputation.
Yeah.
So what they do is they'd be like, Sonic, you're the hero of the children.
Yeah.
Good PR, and that's why they're like, you want to make a fan game? Go ahead,
Yeah.
But how that affected Guilty Gear is that essentially any character that was made like that wasn't like from like the first Guilty Gear game,
Yeah.
was like they could not use them like on a legal basis, I guess, because like the first Guilty Gear was on PS1. It didn't have like an arcade release like at all.
Yeah.
That was like Guilty Gear X. It was like the first arcade release, and that was on the Sega Naomi. So it's like some weird like rights issue, and that's why when Guilty Gear 2 came out, it's like the only returning characters from like playable characters, I should say, from like the previous games were literally just the main characters, Saul and Kai.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's weird. You had to like unlock Kai. I think you had to beat the story mode or get to a certain point, and then you would play as them in the free mode. But even then, it's not like a fighting game. Guilty Gear 2.
Yeah.
It's weird. I've never played League of Legends, but it's kind of like League of Legends, where you have your characters you pick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you spawn them or if you like get like command posts.
Yeah.
In League or Dota or whatever. But essentially, in order to defeat the character, you have to either KO them like 4 or 5 times, or get to their base and do a bunch of damage, and then that'll kill them, and then it'd be like you win,
Yeah.
But like some of the terminology they use is weird, and like the story is like they do this weird thing where like they're doing the tutorial and the story at once.
Yeah.
And it's like they can't like write because like you have Saul Bad Guy who's like supposed to be like a scientist. Like the reason it's called Guilty Gear is because he made the gears.
Mm.
And he's like the prototype gear.
Okay.
And whenever it's literally in the arcade mode of like the first game, he's called the Guilty Gear. Like it's like a big reveal in like the dialogue.
He is the gear who is also guilty.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like suddenly he's learning a new spell, even though you should know about. I mean, the way they do it in the dialogue, it's like, oh, I've seen this before. Like Guilty Gear XR, which is set afterwards, like none of that stuff ever comes up again. Uh-huh. So, like as far as like the gameplay and like the lore integration,
yeah.
So it's like, okay, I don't think they can write very well. Or the princess. Or the Hime.
Yeah, these are, if you know Pikora's fans, these are supposed to represent her fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she's known for not being fair. That's why this one's like, save us, she's working us to death.
Kuroshi is about to happen. Sorry, foul. What? They like say multiple things at once if like you talk to them again?
No, I tried that. I think that one's the only one who complains, and the rest of them are just for the princess.
Yeah. That reminds me of Xeno Saga. There's like several guys in like the first part, in like the first like chapter, where you talk to them, and it's like you can talk to them like up to 4 times, and they have like something to say differently. It's like a constant conversation. Like by the end, they're like one of them is like, "Hey, thank you for letting me get something off my chest," basically.
Oh.
And that's part of the reason why like that game is like 5 hours in, and you still are like watching like all these cutscenes that they're literally. I mentioned like Xenogears and how long it is.
Yeah.
And part of that is because of disc 2, and literally disc 2 is like there will be parts where it'll be like You want to save? That's basically the way of being like, you want to commit another, like, however many hours it is to, like, get through this,
Yeah.
There's, like, long barrage of cutscenes.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here.
Okay.
So, thank you to anyone who tuned in or watching. Hope that was somewhat entertaining, and hopefully you'll tune in again. Check out the rest of the channel.